Mm-hmm. Hola. So kicking things off, just chilling tonight actually. Testing a new format, and we're really trying to do is just like it's a working session. Might talk about a couple things, but not much. But we're actually trying to figure out how do we go live in multiple places. So let's see. Do this right. All right, there we go. So may I never boast. May I never boast. Except the coming of Jesus Christ. I live in know. So for a lot of people, today is Easter. It's a pretty cool thing that's happening. May I never boast in anything except the cross of Jesus Christ. I live in know. May I never boast. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. May I never boast in anything, Jesus Christ. I live in know. May I never boast. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, Jesus Christ. So what do I do on days like this? So last week was a travel week for me, and that was pretty cool. I got to see my team in San Francisco. So I was really excited about that. Anytime I get to be around the team, it's always good, different energy. And I got back Thursday night, and it was a good weekend. I think with it being Easter, one of the things that we think about is like this idea of family. What does it mean to come back to self? I'm oftentimes reminded the differences in when you think about school or when I was training for the Olympics, there's like an end goal. So school is 4 years. The everything is pre-planned for you, as opposed to in life, like you are creating your own routine. And so I think that's something interesting that a lot of people don't talk about, but it does happen a lot, right? And so with anything, you have to create your own routine. You have to have your own goals. Unfortunately, no one's making those goals for you. And I think a lot of people get lost there because we often think about like in worlds where anything is possible. Um, like how I say, if everything is possible or anything is possible, the world is your realm of possibility, then you get stuck into paralysis of sort, right? Um, so that's something I think about a lot. Where in a world where everything is possible, how do you decide what it is that you want? What is it you want to go after? Um, Constantly have to think about am I pursuing or we often say like whose version of success are you pursuing? Um, and oftentimes I don't think people realize that they're chasing someone else's version of success. Um, so I think that's interesting, you know. Um, Give me 1 second. May I never boast in anything except the cross of Jesus Christ. I live in know. And may I never boast in anything. Probably should turn on. Except the cross of Jesus Christ. And may I never boast in anything except the cross. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. May I never boast. I am still in Easter mindset, went to church today. And that's always just a good. I grew up going to church. Many of you don't know, but I went to Bible school when I was in San Francisco. And, I almost was an ordained minister. And the cool thing about that is that, like, I still have this practice of prayer. I read my Bible a lot, actually. And there's this idea of, like, meditative literature that is really deeply important to me to get the things, when I think about, like, where do I want to go, as we're thinking about, like, how do we get back to center? Like, what is your practice to help you to get back to center? What is your practice to get you to say, like, is this the thing I want, right? Because at the end of the day, unfortunately, it is, we talk about the world is your oyster in a lot of sense. And so it's like, how do you make use of that? How do you make use of all the resources that you have? Yeah, I think lots to think about there. So I won't show you guys this, but one of the things that I do a lot when I am kicking it on a Sunday afternoon is how do I plan my week? And so a lot of it is arbitrage or triaging my calendar to get a sense of what meetings do I have upcoming, what do I need to prepare for, what do I need to move. The other thing is looking back at last week. So there's probably meetings that I've had or deliverables that I was supposed to produce that might have gotten spilled over. And to adjust in timeline there is always important for me. And then there's any little thing that I can read upon, get ahead. Those things are also pretty cool. So I think about that a lot. But yeah, really what we're trying to do is trying this new, we call working model. Just doing some work, just playing around. And then the big test is really, the big test is more of like, can I do this in multiple places, right? So we've popped up on YouTube as well. So I think that's going well. And yeah, I'm just kind of doing some work and seeing what we can get out of this. May I never boast in anything except the cross. Yeah. I can see comments, so feel free to drop a comment in the chat, and then I can always do that. May I never boast in anything. Of Jesus Christ, my living hope. May I never boast in anything except the cross. Right, I think I'm in a good spot. May I never boast in anything. May I never boast. May I never boast. May I never boast. Except the cross. May I never boast. May I never boast in anything. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Set me free. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. He's alive. Hallelujah. 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 All right, here we go. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. One of the things that I think about is this idea of giving permission or giving yourself permission to become something or do certain things. It's like oftentimes we're waiting for other people to give us permission to do things. And what we don't realize is that a lot of people in our life or the people that we admire, they never got permission from anyone. And so this is probably weird way of saying if you're looking for a sign for someone to give you permission, it's probably won't come. Probably this is the sign to say that, like, you know, give yourself permission to go out there and do the things that you want to do and like accomplish the things. Like who can tell who says you can't do certain things? Like that's rubbish, right? So give yourself permission to do the things that you want to do and stop waiting for other people to give you permission. Just a thought just comes in my head. Um, mm, 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 mm. Hallelujah. Mm. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Mm. He's alive in me. Mm. Hallelujah. Mm. Mm. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Mm. 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 Hallelujah. Do-do-do-do-do-do. He's alive. Mm. Mm. He's alive to me free. Mm. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Mhm. Mhm. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Right. All right. I'm feeling good. I think I'm gonna log off for today. But appreciate you all for checking this out. Hopefully you guys have an amazing week. Um, yeah, we'll see what this looks like in the near future. I'm just playing around with different formats and just having fun. Um, Lots of stuff in the toolkit. So yeah, just playing around. Cool. All right. See y'all.
Have you ever wondered how much ice cream you can get for $1? Or